Good morning to you, my friends. I'm Cork, and this is Brickadia. I have another idea of something that I want to build in this game. It's going to take some practice and learning. So I thought today, I want to just mess around with the mechanics and the logic gates and stuff, and see if I can get a hang for it before I really sink my teeth into a big project. Now, speaking of big projects, how do I go into first person tab? Look at this, over here. Suspicious looking wall. Can't even drag this door open. You gotta use the key. Wow, what could this be? This isn't actually the project that I was wanting to do, but it's a project that I have in mind. It's kind of like one of those like training areas, like you go through, you shoot all the targets and you get timed, and then at the end it tells you what your time was. I was thinking of doing one of those like automated things. I think that'd be kind of cool, but also it's gonna take a lot of work. So that's not the project for today. The project for today, I just want to mess around with stuff. So let's clear out the inventory. Let me give you my vision. Okay, so a while ago, I played a game called Plasma. It's this building game where you build machines and stuff. Really, really fun. Absolutely loved it. I had a running project where I was trying to build an arcade. So I set up many different arcade machines. My favorite was the coin pusher, where I built a actual coin pusher that pushed out little tokens, and you could take those tokens over to a vending machine that would give you a little capsule with a toy inside. Now, there was some limitations with Plasma, mostly the fact that every single capsule that I put in the machine would be a entity, and that made the game really, really lag after I had like 15 of them in the vending machine, which was no good. I'm thinking that maybe Brickadia will be a little bit more open in that regard, and to make that I'm gonna need a lot of mechanics stuff and physics stuff and things like that, and I just need to get to know them a little bit better. So that's what I'm going to do today. We've got a whole bunch of gates. Kind of scary if I'm being completely honest. Let's just work with motors and stuff. We've got bearings, we've got sliders, we've got sockets, wheel joints, all kinds of things. So I'm thinking, to make my coin pusher, I'm gonna need a slider that makes the platform go back and forth and pushes little things around. So maybe that's what I should work on mostly today. Let's do our testing in an enclosed environment. We'll do it inside the cabin. How about that? A little bit of privacy too, and a little bit of food just in case. So we've got sliders, slider motor, slider servo. I'm thinking servo is what I want, so it can go to 2 locations. Now, my only reservation is I don't really know how to make it repeat. So that's what I'm trying to figure out, like just make it go back and forth forever. You know what I'm saying? So let's start building something. We're gonna go with this. We're just gonna build a little platform here. Build it a little bit like this, and then up a couple. There we go. And then I think I'm gonna put the slider on the side. Kind of like this. And then, if I remember correctly, you can, drag these. And then if I have a little platform on this, it should slide back and forth when powered or something. You see, it just did a slide. It's working already. It pushed it, but it also pushed it a little too far. So let's work on that problem first. If we put it to like here, maybe that won't make it slide so far. That seems appropriate. Actually, that's gonna clear off the entire desk. But you know what? We're just testing. We're not actually making. Okay. What could I use to make it repeat? Huh? That's my question. Oh, what have we got? We've got buttons, toggle switches. Logic, math, comparison, bitwise. Does the same as not, but for all bits in an integer. Okay, I guess I'll have to take your word for it because I have no idea what you're talking about. Buffers. Delays an incoming wire input for a specified duration. Delays an incoming wire input for a specified tick count. Okay, I don't know how to do this, guys. I'm a simple kind of like, put down the thing, put down the button, press the button and it go kind of guy. That's me. That's me right there. Just rotate this the right way. Get some connections going on in here. Connect this to this. Enable. Okay. Let's try this again. At target. True if the servo is at its destination. Okay, so that's an output. Could I work with that? Could I work with that? Target location for the servo slider to move to. I'm assuming these mean inputs. Okay. Now hold on. Let's think about this. If we put this here to enable, then we put the block here, and then we hit the toggle switch, it makes it go. Now it doesn't make it go back. Sets the value of a variable to a specified input. Allows defining a variable which can be modified and read via other variable gates. What if I just set this like this? So we'll make the target position to be like, let's just get rid of this first, and then we can use the applicator and say the target position will be like, I just want to write it 4. So the target position is 4. I don't know what 4 is gonna look like, but let's find out. Oh, it went to the target position. Strange. Now this doesn't... Oh, was it already activated? Whoopsie. Hold on. Yeah, I was doing silly things. Okay, so that can change where it goes. We're on to something. We're making progress. Now, I'd kind of like a way to make it not stay where it goes. How did I make my door go back and forth? Wait, I already made a sliding thing that goes back and forth. I can only have one of these connections. Okay. Let me go study up on my own stuff. Hold on. So I did this. I've got a... What is that? And oh, that's just to make it so the other one can go. What is this? Applicator? Math. Blend. Variable. I guess these are just the set positions. Is this a different kind of motor? I think it might be the kind of motor that I've got going on. The slider? Okay. Okay. Thinking. This is all about learning today, guys. There might not be that much action, but there's a lot going on upstairs, if you know what I'm saying. Now, let's think about this. Where am I? There it is. Slider motor. I think that might be the ticket. That might just be the ticket. Now, let's connect our stuff up. We're just going to put our variable to... Oh, this doesn't have a target position. I guess it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if I can't do it like that. Let's just see if this will make it go back and forth. Slide. What did I do differently? I don't know why I can't understand what I did. Logic gate, so either of them can do it. Math, blend. I built this. Why am I confused? I press it and it goes. I press it and it goes back. What am I missing? So it'll go from... Okay, I think this is the difference, really. This right here. Because that'll tell it what the... Oh, okay. I get it. I understand what I did. And you're going to understand what I did in just a second. We can go back to the servo. Which is a wonderful thing, if you think about it. Now we can just connect this up. Let's just do this. Put one here and put one here. We're going to need a blender. Luckily, I've got one of those on hand. So we're going to take, I think, this will be that one and this will be this one. This should be like 0, I think. And that's all set. And this should be like, let's say, let's go with 4 again. That was reliable last time. And then this should go to, no, I need the connector. This should go to here, to the target position. This should go here to enabled. Okay, hold on. Oh, wait. No. I didn't have a thing for blend. Hold on. I connected it wrong. Just a second. Blend. Like that. Like that. And then it activates. Oh! It's working. It's going back and forth. I did it! Now if I had something connected to the blend port that would just toggle on and off by itself. Is that something I can do? Can I make this go by itself? Animated switch. I don't think I can change what the animation sound is. That's not something I need, though. Okay. Let's think about this for a second. What could do if we had like a position sensor and we sensed when it got to a certain spot and then that made it blend? Wouldn't that work? And we just had 2 of them going back and forth? Guys, I'm trying my best here. I'm trying my best. Oh man. This game is a lot more complicated than my other building games. Plasma was good to me. It was deep, but it had a very, very easy to learn interface and stuff. This is very, very deep, but also it kind of assumes that you have a little bit of knowledge in your head. And I do have a little, but that's it. So I have a vision in my mind. I need some more time to try and figure this out. So I'm gonna try and fiddle with this a little bit more on my own, where I can just sit here silently and think about it for a while. I'm gonna figure this out. I will figure this out. I know that crazy things are possible because I see people making trains and planes and stuff like that. I know that it's possible. I just need to figure it out, and I'm going to. I will get there, and I will make really cool things, I hope. But that's going to be all for today, guys. Thank you for sitting here watching me try and learn things. It's really encouraging to have people here with me, and I hope that you were able to glean a little knowledge yourself. I know that I'm not the best instructor, and that's not really what I was doing here today, but if you learned something, that's fantastic. If not, then stick around and we'll learn together. But that's going to be all for today's video. Hopefully next time I'll be able to show you some cool discoveries, but that'll be for next time. And until then, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this episode of Brickadia. If you did, leave a like, and if you haven't already and you would like to, subscribe to see more Brickadia and all the other things I post right here on this channel. And as always, guys, in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.